Well, you're never happy anytime you have a couple of losses. We're 4-2 right now. We lost to two very good teams. However, it doesn't make it any better. We'd much rather be 6-0. Lost to a very good York College team the other night. I believe the score was 7-2. And then we played the number 12 team in the country, Keystone College. We lost to them the first game, but then we came back after we regrouped and corrected some mistakes that we had made 2 straight games, and we beat them 6-3 in the nightcap. So we're coming off a real positive in that regard. We're going down Florida next week, and we're going to play 7 of our 10 games against teams that have 20 and 30 wins last year. And so we know that they're very credible programs, and we have to play our best games, and we have to come home with not only a winning record, but a very good record. Well, we're a very veteran team right now, so we didn't actively go out and recruit freshmen. Well, one of the best things about a freshman player coming to Stockton is that we don't over-recruit. I'm only allowed to have 30 players on my roster, so that when I recruit a freshman, it's with the intention of him coming to Stockton and playing. So we only needed a few players to fill in, and we went out and got a few what we consider to be top-notch freshmen. And we're pretty excited about that. We got Dan Sweeney from Middletown South to come in and shore up our outfield for us. We got a really, really good middle infield tandem. Matt Mangarella from Tilton Falls is coming in, along with Brian Bessinger from Burlington Township. Brian plays shortstop, Matt plays second base. Both are very quick, very good defensive players, and very good hitters. Also filling in some of the pitching openings that we had. We have Doug Pastor, we have Ryan Adamski from Deptford High School. Both of those guys are going to come in and get experience with us and get experience with my pitching coach, Tom Weber, and are really going to bolster the pitching staff. But the real key to us this year were the transfers that we got coming in. We have 2 junior college pitchers that made all-region 2 straight years for their junior colleges. James DiPiazza from Ocean County College is presently 2-0 for us right now, and he came in and got the save the other night against Keystone. James was an all-region pitcher for Ocean County College and has stepped right into our rotation. Along with that, we got Brendan Stout from Camden County College, another all-region pitcher. He's 7-1 last year for Camden County, and Brendan stepped right in now. He's our weekend pitcher. He's getting all the tough games, and he's winning for us. So those 2 guys really came in and bolstered our starting rotation. They're joining veteran pitchers Gage Mick and Adam Warburton in the rotation, which gives us a solid 4-man rotation for conference play, which we've never ever had before at Stockton. Add insult to injury with our opponents, we had a transfer from Alvernia College, a local guy, Koya Stevenson from Ocean City High School. And Koya is going to be a big, big player for us, not only this year, but in the years to come. And we're looking forward to him getting his first start in Florida and then building from that. We got a real strong left-handed batter from Ocean County College, his first baseman, Matt Calabria. And Matt usually puts on a real show in batting practice. And unfortunately, we've had a lot of left-handed pitchers thrown against us in the first 6 games. So Matt hasn't really gotten his fair share of opportunities. But Matt's a middle-of-the-lineup guy. He's really going to be able to give us a lot of support from that left side. And a surprise for us is a guy named Luca Ruth. He's a second baseman, originally from Buna High School. Went to Camden County College and was part of their championship team last year. And Luke transferred in here and is really pushing to start in the infield. He's a real hustler, does all the little things right, all the short game things, hitting to the right side, hit and run, bunting. Makes great defensive plays, got really, really good hands and feet. So those transfers, along with the freshmen that we got, really have given us some depth that we've never, ever had at Stockton College. So we're excited about this year because of those guys. Every one of them have to play well. We're a veteran-heavy team, which for the first time in a long time, that's the case here at Stockton. We have 15 veterans coming back. Those veterans are also the veterans of losing 8 one-run games last year. And that sticks in their craw as well as it does mine. And sure enough, in our 2 losses that we've had so far, it was the same thing that we did last year. opportunistic hitting just wasn't there, which is what happened to us all last year. I mean, when you lose 8 one-run games, you have to be a little more sensitive to that fact that you're not doing the job. And we've talked about it all summer, all fall, and sure enough, we have our 2 losses last week, and it was the same type of thing, which we came back against Keystone, which, as I mentioned, was a very, very good program. And we corrected those things and got 10 hits in the second game and scored 6 runs. So all my guys, all my veterans have to play. We're very deep up the middle, which helps us. I told you about the transfers that we had coming in and the freshmen that we had coming in, but we have 4 shortstops now who, in my opinion, could play it anywhere in the conference. We have Sean Kessler, who's been with us for 4 years. We have Mark Jankowski, this is his sophomore year playing for us. I told you about Brian Bessinger, but also we have another transfer from Westchester University. His name is Keith Tappan. Keith does all the little things right, like I was saying about Luca Ruth, but Keith also can play the outfield as well as the infield with equal capabilities. So Keith allows me the flexibility of taking an outfielder out and putting him out there, or taking a shortstop out and putting him there, or putting Keith at DH. He's always going to be a factor in our lineup as long as he hits. We have a rule in our team that you have to be able to hit my weight to be in the lineup. And I'm not going on a diet, so the bottom line is Keith knows what he has to do to stay in that lineup. But he has options because he plays infield and outfield. At second base, we have Justin Gordon coming back for his second year. When he was at Ocean County College, he was 4th in the country in hitting. Justin had a real soft first half last year. He didn't hit as well as he's capable. Lo and behold, he got glasses. In the second half of the year, he was unbelievable. And now that he has those glasses, we're hoping that that continues. And Luca Ruth will back him up along with Matt Mangarella, who's a freshman that we think so highly of. At first base, we got our big guy, our moose, Eric Danzer. Eric Danzer's 6'5", probably about 235, 240 pounds. Definitely, clean-up hitter type of guy. And we're working on a number of things with his swing right now, but once he gets that down, Eric can not only hit for power, but he can hit for average. Eric has very, very good hands at the plate, and he's a very good defensive player as well. He has to fill some pretty big shoes. Mike Wasco, who is a 4-year first baseman captain for us, and Eric's going to do everything he can to fill those shoes, and he's already doing a great job. Matt Calabria will back him up, as we talked about. Matt's a left-handed batter, brings a lot of pop to that lineup. Over third base, we got Travis Meyer, who in 2011 was a Rookie of the Year in the New Jersey Athletic Conference. And backing him up is Brett Solomon, who's pretty much our utility guy in the infield. Brett can play third base, he can play first base. The other day I needed a catcher in practice and I threw him back there. There's nothing that Brett won't do for the team. He's an old school type of guy that comes to every practice clean, leaves every practice dirty. So our infield is experienced, it's got depth, and they can play defense and hit, so we're pretty excited about them. In our outfield, it's pretty much led by the 2010 Rookie of the Year in the end, Jack. I got 2 of those. And his name is Barry Larrow. He's a senior captain for us. Barry pretty much bats at the top of the lineup and does everything he can to get an offense going. And then it's up to Danzer and Meyer and Solomon and those guys to knock Barry in. Barry's a very fast outfielder, very good arm, very good team leader right now for us. Also, leading the way in center field for us is Michael Bush. This is Mike's junior year. He's had 2 years to progress with the program. Got involved in a very extensive off-season weight training program, and his speed and strength are so noticeable right now. We have Mike hitting in the top of the order. Michael has bought into the short game. He runs a 6'5", 60, so he's got lightning speed. And what he does, at least once a game, is he drops a bunt, gets a base hit right away, and then builds off of that. But the other side of it is with men in scoring position, Michael has unbelievable power to the gaps. And if he gets it out there, he can have a stand-up triple in no time at all. Runs down everything in center field. Our pitchers literally just walk off the mound when the ball's in the center field. And over in right field, we have George Eisenhart, who has been chomping at the bit waiting for his moment. Well, he's a sophomore. This is his moment. And right now, George leads our team in RBIs. He's one of those guys that, with nobody on base, he pops the ball up and gets ready to play defense. With men on second and third, every single time gets a base hit. So he's one of those clutch players, and he's a guy that you need in the lineup because he sets examples. He shows everybody how to be a winner, and we're very happy to have George in our right field. But he's also going to get some innings for us because he's a real good pitcher. So, and then behind the plate, the guy that leads it all is Andy Oliver. Andy had a sit last year as a freshman behind, in my opinion, one of the best catchers that Stockton's ever had, Nick Scalise. And Andy learned a lot from watching Nick and getting some occasional playing time, and now Andy's the man. Andy has to catch the bulk of our games. Got to keep him healthy, which is our training department has to keep him healthy. Our rotation pretty much is Gage Mick, who made third team all Garden State last year. And behind him are the two transfers, Brendan Stout from Camden County College and James DiPiazza from Ocean County College. And then Adam Warburton, who's a junior for us now, he made the all-rookie team 2 years ago as a freshman, and he's also our only left-hand pitcher. He rounds out the rotation for us. Relief pitching, well, we have veterans there as well. Brandon Traynor is going to be our number 5 starter, but so far he's been our middle relief guy, and he's done a magnificent job in that role. Brandon comes in and immediately throws strikes, keeps the ball down, gets the other team out, and at the end of the day, you look at the stats, you say, wow, Traynor did a great job, and that's because of his attitude. Just very quiet about what he has to do, goes out there and does it, and we win. And Koya Stevenson's going to be behind him, and Billy Barron, who's a senior, been pitching for us now for 3 years, does a great job of coming in and getting people out and throwing strike one. And for the first time, we're going to have, for the first time in a couple of years, we had the closer of the year in the NJAC, and nationally he was ranked second in saves a couple of years ago, John Lightbody. And we haven't had a closer since John graduated. Well, this year Jason Fox is going to fill that role, and he's already appeared in 3 out of our 6 games, and he's already got 1 save. So we're excited about that we got a guy who can just come in the 9th inning, throw 9 pitches and walk off with a save. So we pretty much got everything we've wanted for years. We've been building towards this. We have depth, we have experience, we have solid rookies, we got good transfers, we got hitting, pitching, defense. All we need now is good health and a lot of luck. Well, the focus is always the same. You want to be considered one of the best teams in the NJAC. But we've done that. This is our 11th year here at Stockton, and we had mighty goals to begin with, and we found out you had to walk before you can run. And then throughout the years, a lot of good things happened, and then, with injuries and things like that, it didn't always pan out the way we wanted. This is the year that it should all pan out. This is the year that we have everything that you need to be a successful program in the NJAC. So 25 wins is not a ridiculous goal to have. The school record is 23. 25 wins, I believe, will get us into the NJAC playoffs. I believe it might put us in consideration for a regional bid. And if we go deep into the NJACs, who knows where we can go from there. Every time we've been to the NJAC, we've been 2 and out. And we play the top seeds and lose 1-0 or 2-0, which said we belonged there. We just didn't have that 1 extra hit. Well, you know what? We're tired of saying we should have had 1 extra hit. Let's get that hit. And this is the year that we think we're going to do that. All we got to do is stay healthy.